Welcome to the KM Crib. This is the kitchen, so put on a bib.
Hello everyone, welcome back to FusioCraft. As you can tell, I'm back at the deep dark area, and this time, I'm actually prepared. I got a ton of wool from my auto sheep shearing facility. I got ender pearls for escapes, snowballs. Now that I know that simply flying away isn't that great of an option with the darkness and whatnot, I'm a little more scared now. To be honest, I think as soon as, I activate the Shrieker, I'm just gonna fly away now. So I've got a lot of work cut out for me this episode. I'm just gonna start it by going back to this deep dark and, fully exploring it. They gave me many reasons to come back. I want to finish the music disc here. I have 3 of the shards. Okay, I have the drop on this one. Oh, and that's one I have not looted yet. I'm just gonna pearl down. Oh my gosh, there's no Shriekers up here? Wow. Wow, that was extremely lucky. Finally, an enchanted golden apple! You know what that means? I can finally make all of the banners that I can now. That's right, that thing's going straight into banners. So far so good, I got 2 shrieks so far. But I've been collecting most of the shriekers and the sensors that I've found. It won't be too long now until all of them are just out of here, and this will be a completely safe area. I mean, perhaps I should leave a few shriekers around just to mess with the warden later, but this isn't the only ancient city. I want to at least make one of them safe. Oh. Okay, I guess the bat doesn't contribute. Oh my gosh. Go away! Go away! I mean, I guess wouldn't that be dumb if all the bats spawn the wardens? Okay, this is a tricky operation because one of them is right in front of the chest. So here's what I'm thinking. If I surround... What? What did I do wrong? Did I stand on it? I still have one more, but I'm just gonna kill this one. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab, 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 grab. I'm out. I'm not even gonna entertain this. I think it just killed a bat. It killed something. Oh, I thought these were giant villager heads for a second. That would have been funny. Oh wow, the mineshaft even cuts through the portal thingy. I still think it's insane we got the generation that we did. There's supposed to be some redstone tutorial thingy in here. Yep, here it is. It's not supposed to have these logs cutting through. What is going on here? What is happening? Oh yeah, Mike's online, and we finally fixed one of the plugins, the multiplayer sleep. I'm still trying to figure out the mob head one. Wow, there's no skulk anywhere over here. This is a freebie. Oh, and a good one too, because I got 2 more music disc fragments. Okay, so I got a little bit of an extra problem right now. I have to really take out these spider spawners. I was legit almost killed by one of them. I didn't even have my sword out because I was not expecting to fight anything in the deep dark. Die. Good. What? What? Oh, he's up here! Oh, okay. I'm just gonna glide all the way down here. Okay, so there's a warden above me. Kinda not good. Oh, this is the perfect time to use Snowball! It's so funny. No. I mean, I'm kind of in the perfect spot to kind of just observe him. What kids will he murder today? I have to get one of these dudes to FNAF World. It'd be so funny. Actually, Warden, you're supposed to spawn in the ancient city, not the cave shafts. There are 3 shriekers in a row here, all underneath this wall. I really hope that this is all of the ones in the area. Because there's 2 chests here. I think this is the big whammy. I'm doing it. Okay, good. Good. I mean, I got 4 fragments so far. I think I had 3 previously, so I need 9 total. I need 2 more? Yo, I found another freebie, and oh my gosh, this one has other side, and now I have enough fragments. 2 enchanted golden apples. This is the best one so far. And it's a freebie. A freebie and a mineshaft. Okay, so I found a lot of good loot, but I seem to have misplaced my ender chest, and I can't carry anything else because of that. May or may not have activated a few more wardens here and there, but I just ran away. To be honest, the deep dark is not that scary if you simply run away. And that's what I'm doing right now. Back at the map room at spawn with the tomba that I guess I accidentally left in the end. Sorry, pal. And this is cool. It kind of feels like 1.19 stuff is being separated out on a separate continent. Like this is the 1.18 continent, and this is the 1.19 continent. And you just have to cross this ocean and boom, there's some mangrove swamps, there's a deep dark right here. I have to start adventuring around here and just see what else I can find. But yeah, look at all this loot that I found. This is a lot of the stuff. Okay, some of this stuff is just from normal expedition cave stuff, but then boom, I got so many sensors and shriekers, 2 enchanted golden apples, other side, the fragments. I think I actually found more enchanted golden apples, but I ran out of inventory space. Let's go home and get back to work, Tomba. What do you say? New art installation. Life goes hoy me noy me noy me noy. I have not even heard this new music disc yet. What is it? 5? So this is going to be completely new for me. Samuel Aberg, probably said that wrong, but oh. It's not a Lena Rain song. Does that make this the 3rd composer for music discs? Alright, other side, you're great, but... And I'm glad I own you finally. It's been half a year. Let's see what this one's like. How are you dancing to this? It's just the intro. Wait. Is this gonna be a spooky one because it's like from the deep dark? Oh, it totally is. How are you dancing to this? Huh. It's like the sequel to 11. I guess they're both numbers. I mean, the 13's kinda cursed too. It's like all the number ones are cursed. Minecraft field recordings. Yeah? This is my jam. Yeah, that was essentially just 11 for the new generation. So thanks to my new farms, I'm able to stock a few more things in this store, make it feel a little more complete. I now have paper, cactus, and the 2 azalea bushes. I was considering selling moss, but like it's so dirt cheap to me. It generates so fast. I would just feel greedy selling it. Like I would just give that away for free. There's no point selling it, dude. These take a lot longer to generate compared to the moss, so I will sell these. These are a hassle to make. So Kyle was on recently, and boom, this is our first profits in a while since Mike bought rockets in the start of the, I guess, 1.19 revival. Mike hasn't been flying much though, because I guess whenever he tries his internet bricks, he loses connection a lot, which is a shame from my own business perspective. This store is mostly just here for the sake of it, and if it helps people, that's cool. But you know, these diamonds are only as valuable as I can use them, and if there were other stores on the server that I could use them for, then maybe I would actually really want to sell. So whatever, in other news, I finally have an enchanted golden apple, which means I can put up more banner designs. There we go, Time and Strawberry Jam have been waiting on that enchanted golden apple design, and I guess I made ants from up there too. This one took me a while. For a while I thought it wasn't really that doable without just looking bad. It reads. It definitely reads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's only 17 spots left. Maybe I should just grind this out. I'm so close to finishing this wall. I thought this would take me forever, but it really only took 2 major grinds. I can't wait to see this all completely covered up. It's finally looking like the way I've always envisioned it to. Sales and banner designs aside, I am going to continue to focus on the Redwood Forests because that is by far the biggest stretch of unfinished territory in the region that I am developing. If I were to look at a map of everything that I have done and everything I still need to do, that I have planned right now anyways, then the Redwood Forests make up like 50% of what I haven't done yet. So space-wise, getting this forest complete is going to be a huge deal. And check it out, I laid down a rudimentary path here, just a general idea of where I want it to go. There's going to be a bit of a nature trail that goes through the forest, and I can't wait to finish that too. It's not completely lit up yet. You know, I kind of don't want creepers exploding my fine work. So that's another step of the process. Oh yeah, and I forgot the edge of this peninsula. It kind of just drops off. So that's a really interesting aspect about this place. I might utilize that in a creative way. Maybe having some trees on the overhang of the dirt and having like a lot of roots beneath. That could be cool. But yeah, now that most of the tree planting is done now, I can finally go in and add all the major details. I've already assembled several shulker boxes full of the stuff I'm going to use, so I'm just going to get right into it. The moss machine. It has been running for a while now. I have been generating a ton of moss, specifically to get the bushes, you know, to fill up those chests to sell them. But in that process, look at all of the bone meal that's starting to accumulate. It's starting to accumulate in these hoppers, which I guess gives an advantage to how many I had to use. I kind of viewed that as a weakness on my redstone skills, but you know what, whatever, it's extra capacity. All of these chests are filled, and this one's almost done. But that's only because I've been taking a lot of stuff out of here to make sure it doesn't overflow, and just, you know, manually putting it back in here. So yeah, because I'm producing more than enough moss just to get more of these bad boys, it's also ensuring that I get a ton of bone meal, which is good because I want to start working on the ground floor of the forest. Working on a lot of the base block work has been rough. It is such a grind. You can see I'm starting to put in huge patches of coarse dirt here and there, and I've been working up a ton of these stumps, and I've been putting up some moss detailing on some of them. Yeah, it's just a frog light. I'm using frog lights for lighting now because that's like the cheapest light block to use. So yeah, honestly, this type of detailing is such a grind. I feel like I'm just going to do that between episodes. What I'm really excited about is just getting all this stuff down. The ferns, and then, you know, grow some more grass. Throw in the sporadic plant. I already forget what they're called, but you know, the Northern Californian plant that's like always in the forests, but very sporadically. So I got to make sure I only plant one, maybe. You can only see one or two in any given area. The Redwood Forests are starting to look really nice, at least in this section. I'm trying to find a balance of how much to put in of each thing, of, you know, how many things to put in. The tests I've done in creative had a few more elements in the mix, but I already feel like it works pretty well as is. Like, I gotta punch out a little bit of this grass to make it feel a little less busy, but I think overall this is looking really good. The entryway area looking even better than it did before now that we have the ferns and the red things in. It's starting to really feel like a living, breathing, out of control forest. Untamed. Some of this has translated into Central Park a little bit, and I love that you can kind of look out and see a lot of these details from a distance. Ultimately, what I'm doing is a lot of work for not that much in terms of being inside town. This area will definitely make a huge difference because you can see a lot of it from the road. But I don't like putting up facades. I want everything to feel very fleshed out. I don't even like terraforming and leaving things hollow. That's the kind of builder I am, so I'm going all out with this. Even if only 10% of the detailing I'm doing right now is going to be visible from town, I don't mind, because now it's just as rewarding to go outside of town and just venture in the outskirts as it is to be in town. I really wish it would stop raining, but you know what, it's kind of adding to the vibe a little bit. It's making me think of Washington a little more. You know, I modeled this place after Northern California. Washington is not too much different. It's essentially just a much wetter version of Northern California. And I think the longer I stick around here, the more that the influences specific to Washington might start bleeding through this region. This region, which I'm definitely far from done with, is a little more sparse compared to the region over there. And I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what I like better. I think this is a good blend in terms of ferns. There's not too little, there's not too much, they're definitely noticeable. And there's still definitely a lot of details. I gotta finish the groundwork, put in a bunch of splotches of mangrove roots as like stick piles, these types of custom bushes, and I was thinking of putting in some dark oak saplings here and there, but I don't know, I feel like that's a little unnecessary. I think there's enough detail as is. I don't want to over detail the forest. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what we have again? We have more mob heads. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Aw, yeah. Aww. Oh, yeah, there we go. Second time's a charm. Bam! I can finally get heads again. Finally. Head. Qualia Quartz was burnt to a crisp while fighting Qualia Quartz. As hype as it is that this is back, I honestly don't have any current immediate need for this. I'm just doing this for the sake of it, because it's funny. Because head, I haven't been recording for a few days because I have been busy. I need a ton of resources, and I went to the end because I need more shulker boxes. And look at all the stuff that I got! I obviously don't need 5 elytras. I'm already wearing one, and I have a backup just in case, so I'm gonna give these away if people want them. This is 46 shulker boxes worth. I'm gonna give some of them to Mike, but that should already be far more than enough than what I'm going to need them for. So I can't wait. I want to start on Barreleye Bay right now. I've laid down a lot of foundational groundwork for the road and the sidewalk. The entire design is going to be different from Calcite Cove. The blocks are going to be different for the sidewalk. I've been toying with designs in creative mode, and obviously I don't know the actual shape I'm going to do until I build this thing. But I do want to get down the color scheme. I do want to get down the general shapes and design principles that I want this section of the world to follow. You know, how big of a base should there be? What should I do at the corners? How should the windows generally look? What kind of things should I do with the roof depending on what section of the farm is underneath it? Like maybe I'll have a big smokestack above the moss farm, like the lava exhaust. And then I'll have those big slanted glass windows above these farms because they need sunlight, you know, they're plants. This is going to be a huge work in progress build, so I'm gonna just start and see how it goes. What you're about to see is definitely not going to be the final design. I want to continue tweaking it, making sure it fits the theme perfectly. Maybe it may need to be more factory-like, maybe it may need to be more spooky, or maybe it needs to tie into the aquatic theme a little more. We'll see. Aw yeah, I've made big progress here. There we have the sawtooth roof above the cactus farm. I'm not sure what type of roof I want to put above the paper section. A lot of this is still very work in progress. I'm still not entirely sure what to do with this diagonal wall. Like, I was thinking of just continuing what I did over here with a diagonal window, but I don't know, I feel like I could do something different here. That being said, I don't want to overcomplicate this factory's look too much. Like, I like the detail that it has right now. I don't want to go too crazy with it. And I'm also scared about making this place look too evil. Like, I just want it to be a creepy, off area, but I don't want it to look like some supervillain's lair. It's definitely getting the factory look down so far. I just need to get the other aspects of the look more, you know, what I want. Let me hop into creative to show more of what I mean. This was my first more detailed mock-up of a roof design and a smokestack that I did, and it just came off too evil to me. These used to be even pointier with iron bars on top of each fence post. And it's a really cool shape, but I don't know. I don't want to stray too far from my original vision. This is cool too, don't get me wrong, but I don't want this place to just be evil. I just want it to be creepy. I want to make you feel a little uneasy when you enter the area, that's all. So far, other than the aquamarines and the color scheme, it isn't giving off too much of a coastal vibe either, although I guess I'm going to dedicate that a little more to the dock system that's going to be over here. I think I shouldn't worry too much about this building specifically not feeling too coastal. Where I live now, there's a big port side, and I was taking notice of a lot of the buildings on the industrial side in that area, and I'm going to try to emulate some of those on the waterfront. So I'm going to continue building this up. There's going to be a big silo here above the moss farm. Maybe I'll work on some roadway. Yeah, we'll just see where I end up. Fellas, I don't know what's come over me, but I have this sudden urge to destroy the tree. Like, I don't know why, but I really want to destroy this tree. Oh, I'm resisting my urges. I really want to give in. I'm doing it! Yes! To think I was 10 months sober. Okay, in all seriousness, I don't know why that thing came back up. I tried shaders again. I got some shaders screenshots, and that required I re-download Optifine, and I don't know, for some reason that thing came back, but I do genuinely need a lot of saplings. I've been grinding away at the Redwood Forest, and I've done a lot of work on the ground floor, and I'm just kind of doing one thing at a time. Sometimes I'll put down the roots, sometimes I'll put down the light blocks. I like big projects like this that can be segmented into a bunch of individual components that you can focus on one at a time. That's kind of one of the joys of making Calcite Cove in general, is because I could just focus on one building at one time. So detailing these forests are going to be kind of similar, where I can just focus on one type of detailing per play session. I've decided to turn on shaders to have a look at Calcite Cove with them on, and oh man, it is pretty. It is very pretty. I put up a little melon stand here. Minor little update. This is what the Redwood Forest is looking like now. As a little update, you can see the smaller spruce trees are popping up here and there more and more. The path is mostly fleshed out, but I want to add in some wooden structures to go up the hills and stuff. It's a very pretty path. I guess I haven't been in this area. This area hasn't been loaded recently because these dudes still have not grown up yet. And by the time I'm done with all the major detailing of this forest, then I can really fine-tune some Enderman. Some very specific details relating to this path. I gotta put things out on this path for people to find. I gotta give reason to wander down this. There's gotta be some intrigue, some mystery to it. And as you can see here, the path starts to wind into this farm area, and it basically ties in perfectly with the path that I already had in here. So then it spits you back out here. You started over there, and in the meantime I've continued to build up this factory. I'm still in the process of designing it. I'm starting to work on that smokestack. I'm trying to get a perfect shape for it. Oh man, I arrived just in time. I would love if I was able to make it so it's only ever like nighttime, spooky and dark here. Who knows, maybe I'll exclusively film things here in Barreleye Bay at night. Thanks for watching. I know this kind of felt like a scattershot episode, but you know, I love working on multiple things at once, and oh, I'm so happy that I finally started on this project. I can't focus on one thing at a time, and I think that's a good thing, because it allows for multiple things to be building up at the same time, and it's just satisfying watching that process unfold. Until next time, this has been Qualia Quartz. Thanks for watching. Let me put my meat away. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.